y'all. Hey, y'all. Welcome back to the Life of Legs. Y'all, it's been a minute. It's only been a couple of days, but I feel like it's been a lifetime. But I missed y'all. And if you don't know who it is already, it's your girl, Big Legs. Because duh. But anyways, welcome back. Welcome back. Y'all, good news. So, I started a new podcast the other day. It just came to me that, I have one podcast where I just sit and talk to myself. Why not have a podcast where I talk to other people? Because when I was doing interviews, even like in the past and in the present, I was like, well, it doesn't fit for me to do an interview on you and your life on a show about me and my life. Sorry, not sorry. So I took it upon myself to start a new podcast where it's just me talking to other people. Not just necessarily interviewing them, but just having conversations, because that's what I'm good at. Having conversations, awkward conversations, deep conversations, all the above, okay? I can talk all day. But yeah, so check out the Lex Files. I have one episode up, and it's an interview with the lovely and talented Double Shots. He's a Southern Soul artist, right? And I've met him a couple times. Well, we met and then we've seen each other a couple times, if that makes sense. At Southern Soul events. And yeah, pretty cool dude. So that's how I wanted to get that, podcast started off, figuring out my style of interviewing, to say the least, because interviewing is such a weird thing to do. I don't want to just sit here and ask you questions about yourself. I just want you to talk to me, tell it all. What do you want to talk about? Because if it's up to me, we're going to sit here and talk about music. We're going to talk about Gina Rivera. We're going to talk about Cheekies. We're going to talk about Beyonce, Michael Jackson. Okay? Those four people, I'm always down to talk about. Sorry, not sorry. But I also have other topics to talk about, like myself for one. Hence, Life of Legs. Hey, I can talk about, just about anything and to just about anyone. Like I used to say that, if you put me in a room with Donald Trump, I'm pretty sure we'd have a lovely conversation. Would that change my mind about him? I don't know, because I haven't made up my mind about him in the first place. And it was actually wrong of me to do so back when, that election was going on. Because that was my first time voting. Okay, 2016. It's fresh 18, fresh in college. I'm doing all the things, okay? You want me to vote? I'm there, okay? And so, at that time, I thought I had my mind made up about Donald Trump. And then he still won the election, right? And I was upset. I remember I got to class the next day and my teacher was playing What's Going On by Marvin Gaye. And I was like, what is really going on, sis? Because we feeling the same thing. What's going on? Okay. And fast forward 4 years later, right? We need it. I'm thankful for Trump, okay? Sorry, not sorry, but when that unemployment came in, and y'all know when them PPP loans came in and the EID loans and all that started coming in, you was not worried about who was president at the time. I promise you wasn't. But as soon as 2021 hit, we saw a difference. Okay? The stimmies left the building. And that was such a heartbreaking, thing, because how could you? But But we're not going to stay on politics because that's not my forte. Not a politician. Not trying to tell you how to be political, okay? Those were just my experiences with politics and the presidents and what have you. Because I do kind of miss saying, my president is black, my Lambo is blue, and I be, and my rims ain't too, okay? I missed that time of life. But, what can I do? What can I do? Y'all, I'm going to tell y'all something about me. So, lately, I've been trying to figure out what is it that I want to do. Like, what is it, girl? What is it? And I had to go, way back, way back. And realize what did I want to do when I was little? Right? Because I find myself asking little kids, what do you want to be when you grow up? Just see what they say. And I asked a little 5-year-old girl yesterday, what did she want to be when she grew up? And she said a brother. I was like, okay, good luck with that, But when I was 5 years old, I wanted to be a singer. I wanted to be the first female president. The first black female president, to be specific. At such a young age, that's what I wanted. And that's what I told people. And so growing up, people would be like, oh, you still want to be the president? I'm like, I'm 8. I don't know what I want to be when I grow up. Like, from 5 and 8, I was just like, you seriously think that I was for real about being president? But since they were asking me, it meant that they saw it too. In some way, form, or fashion, they saw me running for office. And I'm going to get there one day, but I got to get 35 first. So until then, right? Until I turn 35 and up, I'm 25 now. So I have 10 years. Okay? And I have to do something within that 10 years. And like I said, I really, really, really wanted to be a singer growing up. Like, let me tell y'all. So growing up, I would sing Aaliyah songs, right? I would listen to Aaliyah all the time. Like, I had maybe 2 or 3 Aaliyah CDs, and I had a little CD player, and I would just rotate them, right? And so when I was younger, my mom used to leave me sitting in the car when she would go to work. And so I'd just be sitting in the back seat, listening to my CD player, and I would close my eyes and just imagine myself singing Aaliyah songs. And it would just put me to a blissful sleep if I ever just was so bored sitting in the car for long periods of time. But that's where that started. I would just close my eyes and picture myself singing songs. And then as I got older, I would picture myself like, what if I was just a famous singer? What would I actually do with that fame, right? Because you see some people, they get fame, they are like they don't know nobody, right? No. I decided very, very young that I was going to be humble because I know where I come from. Like, have you ever been chased by a rooster after you got off the school bus from having a hard day at school? You get off the school bus and a rooster is chasing you around. Like, I know where I come from, okay? So, that was really random about the rooster part, but yeah, that rooster used to chase me around. And he was very good one Sunday evening. And the rest of the week after that. Because they killed that rooster on my birthday. I want to say 11th or 12th birthday. And my grandma, she cut it up and cooked it. You know, my grandma cooked every Saturday. So they killed chicken she cooked every Sunday. So they killed chicken on Saturday. And by Sunday, everybody was suspicious about eating the chicken because she fried a whole bunch of chicken. But everybody ate chicken. But I did notice, and I do remember that my grandma showing up made chicken soup for the rest of that week. So, I guess getting chased by that rooster made it very lean meat. Anyways, so, yeah, being a singer was always something I wanted to do. Singing was always something I wanted to do. Like, I would voluntarily sign myself up for chorus. I was going to ask about chorus. Put me in chorus everywhere I went. And I used to try out for solos and be kind of upset that I didn't get them, but deep down inside I knew that I didn't give it my all, because I would be in the corner singing like this and nobody could hear me. Like, nobody could hear me. So as I got older, I realized that, well, actually, a couple months ago, I think I told y'all about this. So I went to go audition to win some concert tickets to go see Beyonce on the Renaissance tour. And I thought it was for a chance to sing with Beyonce, so that's why I signed myself up. But I was like, well, I'm already deep into this thing. I already got the day off of work. Might as well go and give it my all. And so I went. And I was so proud of me for going. I was praying the whole way that my car made it there. And thank the Lord it did. Okay. And while I'm singing, like, there's two people standing beside me. And they're doing their thing. Like, they knew what they came to do. They know their voice, their range. And homegirl on the right was blowing. I'm talking about, I just stopped singing. Okay. And I had this plan that I was going to sing Oye, which is Listen, by Beyonce in Spanish. Right? So I was like, oh, I'm going to be different. They're going to fall in love with it. Da, 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 da. Bro, you could not hear me. Because I was never a loud singer when I didn't want to be. And when it didn't feel right. Because if you just come ask me to sing, you're going to get the quietest version of my singing. That's not my most authentic version. That's the shy version. That's the version that just happened to let out something. But there's also a version in me that knows what she's doing. So, at first, my first song was Oye, like I said. So I'm like, Oye, lo que tengo que decir. Okay? And like I said, homegirl on the right was blowing, okay? Had to give her snaps. I just let her have the floor. It's yours, honey. But, yeah. And then they let me finish singing. And then they were like, go talk to this man over here. Go talk to that man over there. He told me to try again. He told me to give it, do your thing. And I was like, well, if I sing this song quiet one more time, I might as well just give it up. And I wasn't confident in singing with full voice on that song. So I just went with the one song that I knew in my head that I got it, okay? And I've been practicing this song since I was maybe 12 years old. Because I fell in love with it. Like, it's such a beautiful song. And I said, diamonds used to be cold. Look young, 'cause they got sold. And that's why you're beautiful. And I think I made it to the chorus. And I got passed on to the next level, so I did good, right? And it didn't click to me that I did better because I knew better. Because why would I have went in there singing Oye. Because I could just went in there and said, listen to the song here in my heart. A melody I start, but can't complete. Okay? It would have felt more natural. But I spent a long time practicing and learning Oye. And I chose Oye because it's a song I know. I got that song right. Because when I was in high school, I was in Spanish class. And my Spanish teacher was like playing songs in Spanish. And I was like, oh my gosh, Beyonce has this one song and she does it in Spanish. So my teacher was like, oh, you want to sing it? And I was like, sure. And so I went home like the next 2 days and practiced the Spanish version. And I get in front of the class, I'm singing the Spanish version, and everybody's looking around like confused. And I get done, everybody's clapping and whatnot, and they're like, my teacher's like, oh, I thought you was going to sing the English version. And I was like, why would I do that? We're in Spanish class. Make that make sense. And so since I learned that song then, right, fast forward a couple years, I'm in college, I'm in Spanish class. And me and my friend in the class, because, you know, you always got to make friends in the class if you want to pass. That's just the key. So, me and my friends in the class, we were just chit-chatting or whatever. And it was in the class, and I just started singing it. And my teacher stopped, and she was like, you can sing? I was like, yeah. And she was like, can you sing that song for this program that we're having at the school? I was like, I guess. And the program was for after I wasn't even in this teacher's class. And so I agreed to it when she asked me. And then, you know, finished class, get a good grade. And then the next semester comes, I'm in my insurance bag. You hear me? Because I started selling insurance that November, right? So I'm in my insurance bag. And then my teacher emails me and she's like, hey, are you still down to do this? And I'm like, sure. And so I'm trying to study for class. You know, trying to make some money, sell some insurance. Promote myself as an insurance agent. Go to old people's houses. Because that's what I did. Ain't no practice this song. I had to write a whole little essay, a speech or whatever. And like go show the teacher what I practiced, whatnot. And it was very stressful. But once it was over, I was like, oh my gosh, that felt good. Even though I didn't give it my all. That's my thing. I don't think I usually give things my all. Because I'm too nervous. I'm too self-conscious. Because I'm not secure in how I sound or how I sounded. And at that time, I used to hate listening to my voice. Like at that point, I hadn't even recorded myself and listened to myself singing in so long that it didn't cross my mind to see if it even sounded good, if it flowed, what do I need to improve on, you know, things like that. So I went on singing that way for a while, the same way I had been singing since I was like 5. Just, you know. And now that I'm older, right? So I realized this with Jenni Rivera, right? So I talk about her a lot. If you get tired of it, you don't have to listen to it, but homegirl is all right with me, okay? So I'm watching the show, start listening to her music, and I noticed a difference. I think the difference, like I noticed it when I heard Chacalosa so many times, right? In Las Malandrinas. But then I heard No Chica Olvido. I was like, hold up. Her voice is different. The tone is different. Like, that's grown woman music right there. That's grown woman music. And then so I kept trying to sing it. And I was trying to sing it the way I had been singing all the songs that I knew all these years. And it was just like, no llegue el olvido si está siendo tonto. You know, it wasn't giving grown woman. You know, sometimes you go through things in life. And so I had kept singing it because I love the song, right? And then one day it changed and I was like, no llegue el olvido que está siendo tonto en alguna esquina. Right? Like, it just changed for me. And I was like, oh. Like, what's that meme with the girl? She's like, oh. Like, that's all, what is that? So then I started taking that back to the old songs I knew and started, singing different. And I was like, huh. Like, I don't have to sing all airy and light and like a fairy princess all the time. And don't get me started on Amy Winehouse songs, because I'm going to blow down on some Amy Winehouse now. But, I had to notice these things because that's something I wanted all my life, was to be a singer. I like American Idol. I studied like all the paths that I could have taken in my early years. Like, Justin Bieber got famous from YouTube videos, right? Jennifer Hudson, famous from American Idol. She didn't even win. She got voted off. But she was so good they put her in Dreamgirls next to Beyonce. Right? Fantasia, American Idol. Kelly Clarkson, American Idol. Right? I always used to want to be on The Voice, but it's like you never know any. You don't know really many people who got famous off of The Voice. Like, shade, no shade. Or maybe I just don't know them. But yeah, I was just weighing my options. Like, do I need to do YouTube videos? Do I need to have a camera? And I used to do all of it. And for a while, it made me self-conscious. Because if I tell you, like, oh, I have videos of me singing on YouTube, and you just go pull it up right in front of me and just blast it in front of everybody, and I didn't even think I sounded that good. It just made me squirmish. And so I went and deleted all the videos that I had on here. And I just stopped singing for fun for a while. Until I got to college and I had a speaker so I could just play my music and sing. But as I've been actively or intentionally working on my voice, my singing voice, my voice and music, period, like what style, how do I want to sing, how do I want to express myself while I'm singing, what songs help me express myself better than others. Because before I would just like a song, for example, Resentment by Beyonce, right? And before I would be like, and it's so because you lied, I only gave you a hard time. But now it's more like, And it's all because you lied. I only give you a hard time. 'Cause I can't go on and breathing like. And I haven't tried to forget this. But I'm much too full of resentment. And I always thought it was a volume issue. That maybe if I sang louder, it would sound better. But no, it was a tone issue. Because that same that I was just giving you right then, imagine it louder. Imagine me more into it. Because right now I'm not trying to be as loud. But those are just things that I had to learn about myself. And also I learned that I sing better to slow music than fast. And if you got a fast song and I like it, I'm going to slow it down. Sorry, not sorry. I'm going to call this era of my life sorry, not sorry. Because I like what I like. And it's like you want to apologize for liking what you like. But I don't have to. And I shouldn't have to. But, yeah. So, with that, all that being said, and y'all keep hearing me sing random songs, I just had to sit with myself and come to the conclusion that if that's something that's been on my heart since the beginning of time, since I can remember I've been singing, then I owe it to myself to do it. Like, if I wanted to be a singer, now's the perfect chance. I have nothing else to lose. Okay? Got about $100 to do what I can do. And if that don't work, then I guess I'll just work in the meantime until I figure something else out. What else do I want to do? Because I've done so many things. I've written a book, right? I have a website. I have 2 podcasts. I've published 3 podcasts, but I'm on my 3rd podcast. But the other one, I deleted it. Because I am one person that if I don't want to keep working on it, if I don't understand where I was going with it, I'm just going to delete it. We'll try it again. Okay? But for the most part, I've done most of the things that I've wanted to do. Like I said, I have to be 35 to run for president. So we got a whole 10 years. Or 9, because I'll be 26. I'll be 26 next month. That's so crazy. Like, I remember being 6. And now I'm about to be 26. In my driver license photo, I'm 16. So I'm 10 years older than what I was then. Which is crazy. But, yeah. Next step is to figure out how do I want to start this singing thing. Because I don't want to do the same thing everybody else has been doing. Like, people had been singing on YouTube for a long time before Justin Bieber got noticed on there. People had been going on American Idol for a long time before Jennifer Hudson went on there. Beyonce had been singing for a long time before she got a recording contract. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I just have to keep finding my thing. What's working for me? What's making me happy? Because denying myself my dreams and ambitions and what I spent my life working on was not working for me. So, yeah. Cheers to that. So anyways, I'm not going to take up much more of y'all's time. I just wanted to give y'all an update on me. Let y'all know that I'm still on this journey because today was kicking my butt. I was not feeling it. Like the past couple of days, I've been sleeping a lot, eating a lot, smoking a lot, doing a lot of stuff that wasn't what I needed to be doing. But I'm getting there, and I just want to appreciate my listeners because y'all are important to me, to say the least. And as much as I want to say I do this podcast for y'all, I don't. I do it for me. I'm just glad that y'all listen and get something out of it. So if you're like me and you don't know what you're doing with your life, you don't know whether to go left or right, up or down, just go with what you know, okay? Because I used to think it was so cliche to just say, oh, I want to be a singer. Because a lot of people want to be a singer, but I actually want to be more than just a singer. Believe it or not, like, I want to be more than just an author. More than just a girl, a woman. Like, it's levels to this. And any just regular job that people can just name off the top of their head, like teacher, cashier, secretary, whatever, sounds boring to me. Like, I've been there, done that. I don't like being bored. And I could just see myself just being incredibly bored and just sitting there dreaming about what it would be like if I was a singer. So might as well just try. So here's to trying and everything in between. Just keep trying, y'all. Just keep swimming. Like my good friend Dory said. Yeah, just keep swimming. So, yeah. Guess I'm going to go ahead and end this. But love, peace, and chicken grease, y'all. And like I always say, don't go fucking on nobody else's day. Because that's just not cool, Slay. Alright, bye.